G'day. Just going to do a quick teardown of these Ingco cordless power tool batteries. I've been using their tools for a while now. I used to be with Ryobi, but these Ingco tools and batteries quite impressed me the last couple of months. Especially the batteries, they're extremely cheap for what you get. So I actually got the 5 amp hour. The 4 amp hours are much better value for money. I think they go for about $400. And the 5 amp hours, I think this one was close to 600. So the 4 amp hours more value. But I was looking for 18650 cells, and in the past I've used power tools batteries, actually broken ones, to salvage these cells from quite cheaply, to be honest. And because they are made for power tools, they have quite a high discharge current. Capacity is not that great. You can see this one is a 2 amp hour. I think these also came out of a 4 amp hour pack. So both these packs have 2 parallel rows of 5, so they have 10 18650s each. The only difference here is these are 2 amp hours and this is 2.5. I'm assuming, I'll see when we open them. But I was looking for high drain 18650s, and this works out relatively cheap. Let me work it. Yeah, if you get 10, that's about $60 per cell, which is not too bad. I know you can get the LG and Samsung cells, which are actually the best. It's just difficult to get them from where I am, and well, you never know if they are legit. These cells, you know, won't be too bad because well, they're going to be abused in power tools, so they're supposed to work well. In any case, let me open both. I think I'll start with the 4 amp hour, and I'm not going to do capacity checks and stuff now. I just want to open them and see the insides, and then I will probably dismantle the 5 amp hour, maybe in this video or another one, to salvage the cells and do some testing. Okay, let me open the 4 amp hour first. As you can see, these are the new ones with the hard panels. So actually I should have discharged these before opening them, but I'll probably do that before taking the cells out. Okay, so yes, as you can see, these are the 2 amp hours. I'll try and get the codes now. These came out of, I can't remember, I think they were all the Ryobi batteries, but it seems as if High Star, I think, are making most of the batteries. Let's see if I can get this out. There's a better view. Okay, I'm not going to take this one apart much further. I still want to use the 4 amp hour, so I think I'm just going to place it there, and then we'll do the 5 amp hour. I'm just going to get the drill. Okay, almost looks like identical covers, but let me not mix them up. So as you can see, these are almost, well, they are identical, not almost, they exactly the same, even the codes on the moldings. It's just the cells that are different. Okay, let me see if I can see what is written on them. There's some info on it. Can't see the capacity now. I think I'll have to take one apart. But yeah, I think they are 2.5 amp hours. Well, if you look at the code, oopsie. I'm assuming that 25 means 2.5 amp hour. But I haven't seen this product code before. Let me Google it quickly. Okay, so it looks like these cells are made by 10 power. And yes, they are 2,500 milliamp hours, 9 watt hours. And charging is continuous 1 to 6 amp hours. Discharge 50 amps. So yeah, quite high discharge current for the price we are paying. I think the Samsung and LG cells are also close to 20 to 50 amps rated. So I can't remember the internal resistance of those. I think they are less. I think this is quite high. I'll have to check. But yeah, for the price at $60, I think that's about how much is that? That's about $3 to $4 per cell. Like I say, you can. I know you can get some online cheaper, proper ones, but yeah, I'm saying you can't. So I guess you can look up the data sheet. But they look quite good. I'll do some testing on them. I'm going to be using them in flashlights and some other stuff, and I'll see how well they perform. The previous ones, these ones that I got, they weren't too good, but I did salvage them from batteries that were already dead. So what usually happens is these cells are in series, so there's 2 rows. One of the cells goes bad. I think they're actually in parallel. It's not 2 strings, it's 1 string, but they're in 2 cells in parallel. So what happens is one cell goes when you're using the power tools, because it has such a high drain current. They tend to go below the threshold, and then the BMS, I'm assuming, does not want to charge them up again. It's not able to do the balancing. So you'll see, I'm not sure of the Ingco, but I know the Ryobi, if you plug it in and the light just flashes, then it's most probably one of the cells is under voltage. And normally the battery is done-ish by then, but you could just charge that cell. If all the cells are above 3 volts, it should start charging again. So that's, yeah, if you want to try and salvage cell. Let me check the voltage quickly, but I think this battery is full, so it's not gonna be anything funny. 4.13, 4.13, 411, 415, 413, and in total that's 20.6 volts. So yeah, it's not too bad. I can't do a I can do capacity check, but just not now. I'm probably gonna do a drain. I'll try and do a drain test and see what's the voltage drop, and I might do a capacity check also if there's some interest in it, and I'll compare them with some of the other. I have some LG cells, and try and compare them with that. But yeah, to take these apart, you first you have to desolder them. So the easiest is to use solder wick or solder sucker. Otherwise you don't get this off. And then, well, these just slip off, and the cells, they are spot welded. So in the beginning I did tear them off, but then you damage the cells, so I tend to just cut them off like this. The benefit of it is you can it's easier to use these in projects that's not in a battery holder, so you can just solder on the tabs instead of having to get a spot welder. And you can't solder on the battery itself, you damage them. And like I say, if you pull these off, they tend to make a small hole in the battery. So yeah, I tend to leave them like this. If you're going to use them in a battery holder, you just flatten them. Just check that they don't obviously touch the edges. So yeah. Anyway, that's just a short teardown for people that were interested. And if there's interest in doing some capacity checks and stuff, just like and comment, then I will do some more testing on these batteries. Thanks.